Hello Aries and welcome to your September 2016 Tarotscope with me, Lara. So, as you can see, I am trying out a new video style to help improve the quality of my videos and my messages and to pretty much help me reach as many people as possible that may need help. So I'm always looking to optimize my performance. So I noticed that a lot of people are very fond of this method, so I figured I would give it a try and see how it worked out for me. So if you enjoy this method, just please let me know what you think. I'm always open to hear what everybody has to say. And as always, I will be drawing today from the very beautiful Rider-Waite Tarot deck. Oop, that card wanted to fly out. It's very traditional, and I'm very familiar with this deck, so I like using this, but I am on the horizons checking out some new styles of tarot decks. So if you have a good suggestion on a great tarot deck, please comment below the video and let me know as I am shopping around. And for the guidance card today, I am pulling from a new deck I recently acquired, which is absolutely beautiful. It has a very zodiac feel to it, and it incorporates all the elements of the earth, and it is called the Sacred World Oracle. So I'm very excited to introduce to you guys this new deck. So, Aries, let's start off with your overall situation for September. And for September, I got the Page of Pentacles reversed. We're just gonna kind of prop that up right there. So, what is the Page of Pentacles reversed? I know sometimes people get a little freaked out when they get a reversed card, because sometimes, you know, if it's an overall positive card and it's in reverse, sometimes it means the opposite, it means negative. But in this case, this card is telling you that in September you're going to need to focus because you're going to find yourself easily distracted. You're going to have to work extra hard to keep your energy up and your mind from going off on tangents. Now, trust me, I am a fire sign as well. I'm a fiery Sagittarius, so sometimes I get worked up and then I go off on these tangents when really I just need to kind of redirect myself. So this is that type of energy you're going to encounter in the beginning parts of September. You're going to need to focus. In relation to work, you may experience a heavy workload and you may be absolutely overwhelmed. Now, don't panic and don't overreact. I know sometimes when we're overwhelmed, you know, we don't know what to do and we act very rash. You don't want to do that. The best way to counter this type of energy and this situation is to seek help. It's better to ask for help to get things done than leaving things undone, especially in a work scenario. As far as, you know, love and relationships, if you're in a solid, happy, committed relationship, you might find yourself or your partner having a bit of a wandering eye. And you need to be aware of being dishonest in this relationship, even something as small as, you know, your lover, your partner catching you looking at somebody else. Don't lie about it. Just be like, oh, I was just looking. I wasn't doing any harm. It's best to be open. If this is your partner, then you need to have an open, honest discussion and to find ways to bring that spark back into your relationship. As for your finances, if you are thinking about gambling, do it in a responsible and controlled manner. What I mean by that is if you want to gamble a little bit and say you have like $80 that you can spend, go to the casino or go wherever it is you want to go to gamble, but bring only $80 because you know you don't have more than $80 to blow on, you know, fun and whatnot. So don't bring more money just in case that you can't afford. Bring what you can afford, and if you lose it, hey, it was an experience. You went out, you had fun, versus if you took, say, $200, which majority of that you can't spend, and then you blow that, and then what are you? You're out extra money, and things are going to be tighter and more stressful than they have to be. So pretty much, Aries, just be responsible in that matter with your finances. Now, as for the challenge, we have the King of Wands reversed. Now, let's prop that up. That kind of works out perfect, the way that sits up. The King of Wands reversed is a man who has been through some serious stuff. If you are a male Aries, this could represent the fact that you've pretty much been through the ringer in your life. You've been dragged through the mud, but you've come out of it stronger than you were before. And you're also kind, warm, and positive. Because, you know, it's like, say you've been like carjacked or something terrible happened, you know, and because of it, it humbled you. It made you kind. It made you realize, you know, there are other people that are probably going through what you've been through, and you're throwing out that hand to help them out because you have the wisdom from those experiences. If you are not a male, if this is a female, the challenge of this is to be more kind and lenient towards others. You want to kind of embody the energy of the card. You want to take time to be nice. Hold the door open for somebody. Or, you know what, if you're in a position of power, say you are a manager at work and, you know, somebody slips up and comes to work a few minutes late. You know that you could, you know, get them into trouble, but you say, you know what, sometimes in life, stuff happens. I've been there. Just try to be on time next time. This can also mean that people are going to be more kind and lenient towards you. And in that case, you want to return that energy back into the universe and help somebody else out. You know, kind of like the pay it forward movement. So that is your challenge. Your challenge is you want to embody this energy. You want to be kind to people. You want to be lenient. And especially, and I'm really getting this message now, to embody this towards people you may not have liked so much in the past. So say you got somebody who's really pesky and annoying at work, or just you go to your favorite store and there's always that one cashier that's just so rude and looks like she doesn't want to be there. Instead of reacting to that in a negative tone, try reinforcing it with positivity. You know the saying, kill them with kindness. This is what you want to embody. That's the challenge for you, Aries. It's so easy to be mean and to get stuck in that energy. It's harder sometimes, especially when we're going through rough patches, to be nice. So that is your challenge. Okay, moving on. Now, for the advice card, we have the Temperance card. And is that going to stay? No? There we go. The Temperance card is a card of balance. As you can see, this angel here has 2 cups, and she is pouring a nice flow of abundance between the 2 cups. And she's making sure, he or she is making sure that there's a balance between the 2 cups. It's also a card about looking deeper despite things, you know, say things are going really well. And even though they're going really well, this is also a card to look deeper to why they're going well. Search for the lessons you've learned and the knowledge you've gained so you can apply this in other areas of your life, which will create more balance, because that's the theme of the card. Also, looking deeper and finding those lessons and knowledge, and then helping somebody else get that balance and understanding. And then also, it's also a card about evaluating whether or not you are standing in your own way in certain areas of your life. For instance, I will use myself as an example because I feel like it's just easier for me to use myself as an example. I stand in my way a lot of times when it comes to trying or doing new things. And I know that that seems strange, especially for people that know me really well. It's not something I openly share all that much, but I do get nervous because I am human. So sometimes when I'm trying new things, I will put it off as long as possible until the end, when I kind of like force myself to just be like a bull and ram it, you know? But I stand in my way sometimes with my own progress because I don't believe like, oh, how am I going to do this? You know, confidence comes into play. How am I going to do this? And then when it gets close to that wire, I'm just like, you know what, I'm going to do it, and whatever happens, happens, and I release my expectations. I really do hold myself and I stand in my way sometimes in that regard. So what this card is saying, look for areas of your life where you can find balance. Look to see how you're standing in your way and how you are in other areas, and how to remove those self-imposed blocks. It's also a card about, like I mentioned, releasing expectations. I need to release my expectations in regards to, I guess, I don't know if I want to say performance or not. Sometimes I'm like, oh my goodness, I need to be perfect. I need to do this perfectly. And really, it's just like, you know what? Sometimes you just got to be you. You got to wing it. Sometimes you just got to do it and see how it works out. You got to not go in there thinking, oh, this is going to be a terrible experience, or, oh, this is going to be crazy. You know, you have to go, you should wish for things to be positive and hope for positivity, but whatever happens, take it for, that's how it's supposed to be at that time. In regards for work, like I mentioned, no expectations. You need to work with patience and stamina, especially if you work heavily with other people, having patience and whatnot. In regards to love, you need to have a sense of peace and wisdom within yourself before you can be in a stable, happy relationship. And this goes for anybody. You need to be a whole person. You need to have complete balance within yourself before you can join with another person. It's not one person is 50, the other person is 50. It's 100, 100. Otherwise, the relationship suffers because the other person, in an unspoken way, feels as if they have to make up the other half. For instance, you know, if you're constantly having to call the other person, or, you know, it's kind of lopsided. You have to be whole in order to be whole with another person. As far as finances go, this is saying to make sure that you obviously find balance within your finances. As I mentioned before with the gambling, being responsible about it if you like doing that. If you're like a little bit of a gambler, being responsible, taking responsible steps with that. And that is the advice card. For the outcome card here, it looks scary. Please don't be scared. It's the 10 of Swords. Let me prop that up. There we go. Prop it up. So the 10 of Swords reversed is pretty much saying that we need to, or we are going to, since it's the outcome card, let me word it like that. As the outcome, it's saying that you are going to gain clear and balanced perspective. Remember, the advice was to take a balanced approach to all areas of your life and to have patience, not only with others, but with yourself. So, back to the 10 of Swords. Clear and balanced perspective. It's definitely a positive card. In relations to work, it's saying that if you're having problems within the work area, you won't ignore it. You'll be able to see what's working best for you clearly, what's not working for you, and you'll be able to make decisive actions on what is best for you. You'll be taking small steps to improve your work relationship as well as personal relationships. You'll be taking steps to improve the relationship, but you'll have to keep working because everything is a constant work in progress. So please don't forget that. Once things are going good, to not stop putting in the effort because it's relationships are continuous effort. If you're single, you'll be finding yourself more ready. You may think that you're more ready for a commitment than you are. So as an outcome, you'll be able to give more deep thought as to whether or not you want to be in a relationship, and you'll be thinking more about expectations, releasing some expectations you may have had. Okay, so that's the outcome. It's pretty good. So pretty much you'll be gaining, there you go. You'll pretty much be gaining clear and balanced perspective. You'll be balanced in all areas of your life, and you'll be able to make decisions better for you. And you'll be thinking more about what works for you and what doesn't. Okay, as far as the overall energy, the field, the guidance card, once again from my sacred, that's not going to say. The Sacred World Oracle is the cat card. It is a beautiful card. And if you're an animal lover like me, specifically cats, this card is about inner beauty, getting out there and mingling with people and being true to you. You know how the saying goes, to thyself be true. So while all of this is going on, the one thing that you need to remember, especially you're trying to find balance, you're trying to make improvements, you're trying to shift your perspective, and that's all good and great, but don't forget who you are, and to yourself be true. Don't try to change who you are in a way that doesn't work for you or do it for other people. Do it for you, and do it the way that works best for you. I am very big on, I will do what needs to be done, but I'm going to do it in my own way. It's a card of being very individual, you know, not running with the crowd. So that is your spread, Aries. I hope you enjoyed it. And as always, many blessings to you. If you would like a personal reading with me, please check out my Facebook page in the description box. I'll leave it there for you. I am currently working on my web page and changing around my packages. So if you're interested in getting a package but you're not sure what will work for you, you can shoot me an email. And right now, because we are in Mercury retrograde season, I am offering a special Mercury retrograde package. So please check out my page for more details. And until then, much love and blessings. A big hug from me to you. Take care, Aries.